Hey guys, how's it going? Webhub Sisanti here. Well, in this video, I quickly wanted to run you guys through like what are the premium versions of LinkedIn available and if you should take it or not, or if you want to, what is the right option for you. Well, there's a free one which is like super restricted, doesn't let you do a lot of things. But again, right, if you're someone like who's a light user and who's just who's just on LinkedIn to like make content and so on and on and on, and you don't really need a premium business version. But let me just tell you the biggest differences between a LinkedIn free version and a premium version. There's a nice table which elaborates quite a lot of things, but let me tell you on a real life scenario what are the things that you see as a difference. The one big thing that you see is you won't be able to see who are the people who saw your profile in last 90 days, right? So I can absolutely see all the 30,000 people who viewed my profile in the last 90 days. But with LinkedIn free version, you can only see the first five people who's like the latest five people who saw your saw your profile in the last 90 days. The other thing that comes in is LinkedIn Premium comes with 15 emails, though I don't think it is necessary. As you see, there are a lot of them which are already pending. I don't use them at all. The reason being, there's a much easier way to get in touch with them by just sending them a connection request and adding a note to it. There's a very good chance they're going to check it out any which ways, right? Or if not, I'd rather find their email and send them an email rather than sending them an in mail or the LinkedIn mail, or however you want to put it. So I find a LinkedIn in mail is absolutely bullshit unless you have someone who is almost impossible to reach out to, and this is the last resort that is left for you. But again, right, if in mails are the reason you're opting for premium, you definitely shouldn't, right? The other thing that I really like about LinkedIn Premium is the kind of level of analytics that it gives me. Again, quite a lot of things like the last 90 days, people who found me. Based on that, I can action a lot of things. Other cool thing that comes with LinkedIn Premium is LinkedIn Learning. For people who don't know what LinkedIn Learning is, LinkedIn a while ago, I don't really remember when was the date and stuff, but they acquired lynda.com, which basically was the teacher for me during my college. And they have a bunch of courses which are super cool, but they're very short, they're very basic, but they're good enough to get started with. Like, let's say you want to know about Sales Navigator, or you want to know how to get started with Excel, or want to get to know about basics of digital marketing. LinkedIn Learning is a great place to start, but again, rather pretty straightforward and pretty outdated, I feel. I mean, the very basic is what I feel. But if you are someone who's trying to understand if that space is something that would excite you, then you should definitely check out LinkedIn Learning. But LinkedIn Learning comes for free with LinkedIn Premium. So that's other really cool thing about LinkedIn Premium. Well, the other couple of things is when it comes to jobs, right? When you're applying for LinkedIn jobs on LinkedIn, let me quickly show you. As you can see here, let's say I open this up. This is one of the job which is open. I can see this level of analytics, that is I can be the top 10% out of the 600 applications based on LinkedIn profile. So if you're someone who's looking for a job, then LinkedIn Premium could actually help too, right? It actually also boosts your profile. And the other quick thing is this: when someone is looking for anyone on LinkedIn, LinkedIn Premium has this nice icon next to it which basically like acts as a trust factor. Let me quickly see if I'm able to find any of them. There's a really cool icon that comes up right next to it. Alright, so most people don't really have LinkedIn. There you go. You see this icon, right? This basically acts like for a lot of people who don't really know how verification works, this actually, a lot of people think this is a verified tick, which is actually not. This is not an influencer, that is a LinkedIn influencer, but yeah, this is a nice little icon which actually helps you to increase your click-through rates on your LinkedIn profile. This is other really cool thing about LinkedIn Premium. Now there's something called as LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Let me quickly open that up for you. Sales Navigator is a beast because you can do a lot more with LinkedIn with Sales Navigator. Because the other quick thing that I missed out is with regular LinkedIn you can't really open unlimited profiles, but with a premium account you can open as many profiles as you want. It's literally unlimited, so I can literally open as many as you want. But with LinkedIn regular one, you will be constrained once you open 100 of these. LinkedIn will restrict you from opening, and also a lot of times when you search for a specific keyword, LinkedIn will show up as a LinkedIn user rather than the name. For example, Azhar Hussain could show up like LinkedIn user because they don't want to show all the level of data without a premium account. Right, that's more about LinkedIn Premium, but there's something called as LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is powerful for people who are trying to generate sales, just because the search functionality of a regular LinkedIn to a LinkedIn Sales Navigator. These are very limited options. All of a sudden you have other options like the size of the company, the level of the person. Like you can choose to like select CXOs or managers or interns or whatever you want. A size of the companies come into the play, the category of the companies come into the play, but this LinkedIn search is very, very restrictive. Also, the other cool thing about LinkedIn Sales Navigator is once you choose you get to choose who are the prospect clients. Like let's say you can choose like 25 companies, anyone working in those companies are your prospect clients. Let's say all the marketing folks in let's say Evernote are your prospect clients, so you can choose all of them, and LinkedIn will design a feed just with those clients data, so you're on top of all the information that goes out about those companies. The also other cool thing about LinkedIn Sales Navigator is that you can select people as leads and then follow them and then send out in-mails to them. Again, this is something that I'm not really, doesn't really fancy me at all. In-mails are not something that fancies me anymore. But again, right, that's something that comes in handy, and obviously all the other premium options come with it. Again, these are pretty expensive. LinkedIn Premium comes around, I think it comes around $40, and Sales Navigator comes around $80. It's around 2,500 bucks in Indian rupees and around 4,800 rupees for Sales Navigator. Well, if you ask me which one is the right to choose for, if you're someone who's trying to close on leads, you might want Sales Navigator. But throughout the course, you will see how we find hacky ways to not pay for these subscriptions, but rather use 30 days free trials to get our things done. But again, right, if you're in a serious business and 4,800 rupees or like around $70 is not a big deal on a monthly basis, you should absolutely take up Sales Navigator because it's super handy and it helps in a lot of aspects. Alright, that's more about this video. I hope this helps. I quickly wanted to make this video so that you have your questions answered. But again, right, with the LinkedIn regular account, you should be able to do a lot of things. Like 99% of the things in this course you should be able to pull off with a LinkedIn non-premium or a regular free account. Alright guys, that's more about it. Any which ways you can use a 30-day free trial of any of this. Just keep in mind that you can only have your 30-day free trial with one of these tools and not with all of them, right? So I would say if you are trying for a LinkedIn 30-day free trial, I would ask you to go for Sales Navigator because it has much more options to offer. The other quick thing is make sure you put up a calendar invite to remind you to cancel your subscription, or else you'll be billed and there's no way that you can get the money back. Right, that's more about it. There's something also called as LinkedIn for recruiters. It's also something. I mean, this is very niche because this is for people who are trying to recruit people. This is for HR folks and things. So I'm not going to dig deep into it. Just want to say that there's something like this too. All right, guys, that's more about this video. I'll see you on the other side.